Hey, buddy. Hey guys, this week I thought I would talk about cymbals. Specifically, one of the first videos I did here was about what you can do if and or when your cymbals break. But I didn't actually talk about how to prevent them breaking in the first place. So I thought I'd get into that this week. Generally, most high-end cymbals, or even most mid-range and up, I suppose, are made out of what's known as the B20 alloy of bronze. B20 bronze is 80% copper, 20% tin. There are, B8 cymbals. 8 would be, 8% tin, and the rest would be the copper. And then even lower down from that is brass cymbals. And brass is actually kind of garbage for making cymbals out of. Well, brass is a different alloy altogether. It's copper-based as well, but it's mixed with zinc. If you imagine a Venn diagram with 3 different points, and where they interlap is the sweet spot in the middle. 3 points are strength, flexibility, and musicality. Yeah, so you want the strength to be able to take a serious beating for years. Generally, bronze is stronger than brass. Ask the Holy Roman Empire. Or no, sorry, just the Roman Empire, not the Holy Roman Empire. Holy Roman Empire was after the Bronze Age. Like the levels of tin to copper adjusts how flexible and malleable the metal is. And actually, the higher the amount of tin, the more difficult it is to work a cymbal. Like a B8 blank is easier to work than a B20 blank. So I've been told. Where the B20 shines is in musicality. A B20 alloy cymbal, it sounds better than a B8 or a B12. Although, there are examples of B8s that sound fantastic, like Pisces 2002s are all B8. Let's go all the way back to the cymbal stand itself. The steel that this cymbal stand is made out of is much harder than the bronze that your cymbal is made from. To avoid keyholing, which is what that's called when there's a little smaller spot, ground out of the hole in the middle of your cymbal. To avoid keyholing, you want to always have something softer than what your cymbal is made out of between it and the stand. These little plastic things are available in just about any well-stocked music store in the world. They should be there anyway. If not, you can go just get some tubing from your local hardware store. Just put a little chunk of rubber hosing. It's usually in with your irrigation system stuff. Anything pumps for water fixtures and whatnot, it'll be in there. So get a chunk of that, cut a chunk, put it over the thing, you're good to go. That will make it so that your cymbals will never keyhole. If your cymbal stand has an actual steel washer here, take it off right away. You don't need your cymbals to be on there that tight. You only need your wing screw tightened down enough that your cymbal isn't going to come flying off. That's it. You want your cymbal to be able to move freely. If it can't move freely, it will break. The way a cymbal moves when you hit it is quite intense. It actually just wiggles like a wave. There's like a shock wave will go across the cymbal. And if it's clamped down super tight here and it can't flex, it'll just snap. That's where the cracks in the middle come from, and the cracks up here come from, and around the bell come from as well. If they go across this way, that is usually a manufacturer's defect. It's actually quite rare for it to go against the lathing, simply because if it's going to break, it's going to break where the material is the thinnest, and that is in the lathe line. The most common crack by far that occurs in cymbals is coming in from the edge, right? You'll have a little crack up this way, and then it'll kind of go out like lightning. How that happens is from a point in the edge of your cymbal that is chipped out. They're called flea bites, colloquially. And that usually happens when your cymbal has been dropped. The sooner you find a chip out or a flea bite or an edge crack, the sooner you can fix it repair it, I suppose, would be better words. The sooner you repair it, the less material you have to take out to repair it. The angle of impact. So you want your cymbals to be kind of angled, not flat, slightly towards you, so that when you hit, you're hitting with the majority of your stick across the thing, even if you're just hitting on with the tip. So yeah, you want to go across the cymbal as opposed to straight into the cymbal. The sound isn't much different. Pretty much sounds the same, but if you hit straight into the cymbal, the wave motion will be less interrupted by the actual stick. That's all that is. Essentially, the way you avoid cracking your cymbals is by not being an idiot. That's not to say that you're an idiot for if you have cymbals that you have broken. It means you have done an idiotic thing, which is not the same thing. I have never broken a cymbal. I've made cracked cymbals worse, but I've never cracked a cymbal. So you follow these basic things across the straight. You don't want to go straight into the edge of the cymbal, and you'd want to have this just barely tight enough to keep it to keep the cymbal on, right? If it can't move freely like this, it's too tight and it will break. So like always, if you like what I'm doing, share, like, and subscribe. Share and like the video and subscribe to the channel. One day I'll get that right. Maybe I should just go back to shalike-ascribe like the cool kids. I'll use words like shalike-ascribe and doobly-doo. Yeah, that's all. If you like what I'm doing, tell everybody you know. Tell your letter carrier. They might be a drummer. You never know. Your orthodontist, periodontist. Tell your shrink. Yeah, that's fun. He might be a drummer. Actually, no, a shrink that is a drummer. I'll have to get him in. Talk about brain stuff one day. That'd be fun. Anyway, yeah, that's it. See you next Tuesday. What else? What else is there, Butchie? What else was there? Butchie's not being particularly helpful today. Are you, buddy? No. Okay, fair enough. You don't want it to go just straight in. Aw. Butchie left. Butchie! Come back here, Butchie!